The first use of the word that Mujwa'u, Jews, and Muslamu, Muslims, use for religion is found in the Torah, Genesis chapter 6, verse 3, 6:3, or 3 sixes, 666. Yet, look how they try to hide it under strive, under Hebrew Strong's 1777 as deen. Also it is the same in Arabic, look deen, Quran 3:19, both say it means religion, yet, it really means judge as in Judgment Day. And a whole book and prophet is named Daniel, a book of doom. Also a Celtic female name used, by Romans Diana, by Hebrews Dinah, Genesis 30:21, Jacob's only daughter by Leah, was raped by a Canaanite. Genesis 34:1-5, a lost tribe, and to the Canaanite Celtics Dana or Danu, Deen. They say she was the wife of Peli, you see Baal in that, Hosea 2:16, leader of Balaam, Hosea 2:17-23, so this Celtics say they took on mortal form, as an ancient race that descends from Dana, the Tuatha de Danann, who came down in Ireland among the Irish peoples in the Isles of the West called Erin, and took the name Ishi. They dwelled beneath the surface of earth and would vanish into it and reappear at will. They were flesh-eaters, killers, and would kidnap women. They fight with strange weapons, a lance of flames and a shining white shield. They claim they came from the moon. Their symbol was a crescent moon, and the full moon symbol. The Sumerian stone tablets list extraterrestrials into groups, Ikaki, Dingir, and Dinir. So they did get their use of the word Dian from the Anunnaki, who will judge them on their judgment day called the Great and Dreadful Day of the Yahweh, Rab, An, Lord, Master, Malachi 4:4-6. And Lil or Baal, Bali, Ishi of 2 Samuel 6:2, David also with the Judahites worshipped this Baal, as did Abraham, Genesis 14:13, Baal, also called Hadu, Hadad, 1 Kings 14:24 and Jeremiah 19:5, to whom they offered their children as food or Beelzebub, 2 Kings 1:2, Israelites worshipped him in Judges 2:11, 6:25, and 1 Kings 16:31, and the word is used in Quran 1:4, master, owner, Malik, of the hot hours of the day, 6 a.m. to 3 p.m., of the judgment time, Ad-Dian. Deen is used in Quran 1:4 with master, owner of the day of judgment or master of the day of judgment, recompense. Look at how they play with words and the minds on those in religion. It is all about who can offer the most humans to their deities as sacrifices. You see it in the Bible and Quran. Not this word Dine, first used in Genesis chapter 6, and when you read that chapter it is about extraterrestrials coming down to planet Earth raping, earthling women giving birth to evil wicked offspring, Genesis 6:1-5. Then you see that word Din again, yet hidden as strive in verse 6:3, and the Yahweh said my soul Hebrew Strong 73:07, Ruach, wind, breath, spirit, soul shall not always strive, which should be judged with man, mortals, Adamites, the ruddy race, pale, pink, reddish, lush ruddy earthling. The whites before the curse of Canaan or lepers. The first experiment by Ninharsag. So they, Adamites, these red ruddy, rosy people will lose their souls. Joshua 5:1, and it came to pass, when all the kings of the Amorites, which were on the side of Jordan westward, and all the kings of the Canaanites, which were by the sea, heard that the Lord had dried up the waters of Jordan from before the children of Israel, until we were passed over, that their heart melted, neither was their spirit in them any more, because of the children of Israel. The translation says spirit, yet the word in Hebrew is actually ruach, found under Hebrew Strong 73:07, which means soul. Or because that he, mortals, also is flesh, Hebrew Strong's 1320, bashar. When you look at this word in Hebrew for flesh, it is the same as in Arabic bashar, flesh, physical, body. So it is this man's physical body that their deity says he is also flesh. So he is spirit and body, and that body will get them in trouble and lose their souls in Joshua 5:1. Where? The Jordan. Who? Amorites, Canaanites. And Nanner, bright one, God of light, El Shaddai, their Yahweh, Jah, Allah, God, Lord will desert them. He is Nanner, son of Enlil, also a Yahweh living being, Ishi, male being, the Anunnaki from Nibiru in Sumerian tablets. Enlil means Lord of the Alu, sky above, En equals Lord, Master, Lil equals Alu, sky above. These are extraterrestrials who came to the planet from their own Nibiru. It's all recorded on stone tablets. Anunnaki means those who came from above down to Chi, Geo, Ge, Earth. And Nibiru means the splendid place of crossing. These are all recorded on stone tablets, Enuma Elish, Gilgamesh epics, Atrahasis, tablets of Etana, tablets of the underworld, and tablets of Ishtar and Tammuz, found in Sumeria or Iraq. That is why they had to destroy certain places such as Lebanon and Iraq. They want to destroy Iran, Persia, Syria, Egypt and others to cover up the facts before the Bible, Torah came about from them. They uncovered thousands of tablets that predate the Bible and Quran, yet hide the truth from the religious followers of Torah, Gospel, and Quran. And the Book of Enoch, Book of Jubilees uncovered as the Dead Sea Scrolls. So the Bible took parts and left others. As you see, this son of Enlil will not always be their judge. He judged them in Genesis 4:2-7. Their Nanner or Al-Nur, the light, is called by his Akkadian name in translation Sin, short for Zuin, Sun, Zion or Sion. And in Hebrew it's Hebrew Strong's 2403, Kata, sacrifice for, offering for. He asked Quanan, Cain, jealous one, and Hebel, Abel, breath, to make offerings of flesh and blood, Genesis 4:13-8. Yet, he will desert them, Genesis 6:1-3, that says their God will leave, desert them one day. So they tried to hide the meaning of that word. Once people mix their bodies, it's over. And why? Religion? Because of religion's real purpose. And just what is the purpose of religion? Their word religion is from Latin lego, meaning to tie, or bind onto, from religo, meaning to tie onto, religio to religion, religiis. When a nun takes her oath or vows to perform rituals, she joins on to a religion. Hebrew Strong's 3882, Lawi Tan, Leviathan from Hebrew Strong's 3880, Lawi, a wreath, attached, join on to, Hebrew Strong's 3878, Lawi, Levi, meaning attached, Hebrew Strong 3867, Lawa, to twine, to unite, to join, to cleave. What most people miss is what religion is all about, and that is, which race or sub-race can get the most of others to join them in worship, their physical image and accept their opinions. Look at all those who are not Indians who follow Buddha. Try to look like him, dress like him, eat what he ate, even try to learn to speak his tongue done by a book or scroll or tablets. Each Salal, race, wants you to worship them, as their God says. In Genesis 1:26, you see, make men in our image to look like us, after our likeness, to act like us. That is what each religion seeks, from them they seek to make others like them. It's called convert. As in Revelation 13:14, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword, and did live. You see image, which found in Greek is icon, icona, icon, again, Revelation 19:20, and the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet that wrought miracles before him, with which he deceived them that had received the mark of the beast, and them that worshipped his image. These both were cast alive into a lake of fire burning with brimstone. They try to make all others worship their image. It makes them think their choice of worship is right. Must be, look at all the followers who worship what we look like and do. And the same for Confucianism and Asians, and look at how much Caucasus put into Christianity in cinemas, plays, books, slides, photos, statues, stained glass windows, and spread them world over. Euro Jew on a cross called Jesus in their image. Look how much the Caucasus spend to spread their image, and if you reject the white Jesus Christ, you are a cult and are bad. They really need other races and sub-races to worship their image. Look what they're doing to Muslims world over who live in an Arab's image. Ahmad ben Abdallah, a pale Arab of Persia, descended with his Sunnah and Hadith of his image worship. So they both fight and kill each other to convert others to their image worship called religion, or opinions and beliefs. So they will trust them and then offer them to their flesh-eating extraterrestrials they call God, Allah, Lord, Rab, Christ, and Masih. Look at Genesis 18:1-2. These beings they say were Christ and two angels, Michael, Michael, and Gabriel, Jibrail, who came to Abraham, Ibrahim, both as well as Christians, Jews and many subgroups are all the same. What they don't point out is the 8th verse where it says this Lord and two angels ate flesh and they did eat. Eat what? Verse 7, a calf. So their God ate flesh. Also read Jesus God with us wants meat, flesh, John 21:5. Then Jesus saith unto them, Children, have ye any meat? They answered him, No. So the Christian God Jesus ate flesh. He is called God by them. Matthew 1:23. Is this the same one who visited Abraham? Genesis 18:1-8? Now look at John 20:12. Again you see two angels as they look for Jesus. Genesis 19:1. Again the two angels left. The Lord was back with Abraham. Genesis 18:22. Also in Quran 51:24-36. So, yes, this is their Lord, a flesh-eating God, and flesh-eating angels. It's the same for Islam. Look at their game. They say Allah, their God, is unseen. but they draw his name all over the place in their language, Arabic. So anyone who becomes a Muslim, even Moorish will speak some Arabic, the Arab's language or tongue. You see, once you accept the religion of Islamism in any form, sect, you accept the Arabic for God. That means you wish to learn the Arab's tongue and be like them in some way. Then they introduce you to their prophet Ahmad ben Abdallah, changed to Mustafa Muhammad al-Amin, born in Arabia in the year 570 AD, an Arab of the Quraysh tribe, one of them. He claimed to have received an Arabic holy book in his own tribal tongue of Arabic, Quran 12:2, 14:4, and 26:195, by way of a tongue, Quraysh dialect, an Arabic one which is clear. So they have no image of Allah, yet, they have this Prophet Muhammad image, not in picture form. Their trick is his hadith and sunnah in them. They describe him, how he looked, complexion of skin, narrated by Rabia bin Abi Abdurrahman. I heard Anas bin Malik describing the Prophet saying, he was of medium height amongst the people, neither tall nor short, he had a rosy color, neither absolutely white nor deep brown, his hair was neither completely curly nor quite lank. Divine inspiration was revealed to him when he was 40 years old. Book 56, Hadith 747. The following hadith describe his skin, narrated by Abdullah bin Malik ibn Buhaina. When the Prophet prayed, he used to separate his arms from his body so widely that the whiteness of his armpits was visible. Book 8, Hadith 385. Also, the Prophet passed through the lane of Khaybar quickly and my knee was touching the thigh of the Prophet. He uncovered his thigh and I saw the whiteness of the thigh of the Prophet. When he entered the town, he said, Allahu Akbar, Khaybar is ruined. Book 8, Hadith 367. Here it shows the texture of his fur, hair, narrated by Aisha. Whenever the Prophet took a bath after Janaba he started by washing his hands and then performed ablution like that for the prayer. After that he would put his fingers in water and move the roots of his hair with them, and then pour 3 handfuls of water over his head and then pour water all over his body. Book 5, Hadith 248, Sahih Bukhari. This man obviously didn't have woolly hair. 3 handfuls of water would not wet woolly hair. In the hadith narrated by Abu Jafar, Jabir bin Abdullah said to me, your cousin, Hassan bin Muhammad bin al-Hanafiya, came to me and asked about the bath of Janaba. I replied, the Prophet uses to take 3 handfuls of water, pour them on his head and then pour more water over his body. Al-Hassan said to me, I am a hairy man. I replied, the Prophet had more hair than you. Book 5, Hadith 256, Sahih Bukhari. Africans are known not to have hardly, if any body hair. So Muhammad was not African. His body stature was described as narrated by Al-Bara. The Prophet was of moderate height having broad shoulders, long, hair reaching his earlobes. Once I saw him in a red cloak and I had never seen a more handsome than him. Book 56, Hadith 751. The Muslims have a sunnah or tradition for how he ate, slept, dressed, every little thing about him. So they have an image, then are told, follow his example to the letter. Dress like him, shave your beard like him, even put red dye in it. Eat what he eats, with your hands as he did, marry 4 or more women as he did. So, all Muslims or those of other races, try to live in his image. It says Arab is better than your own way, their ancestors are better than your own ancestors, their dress, food and tongue, pray to their God, Allah in Arabic, read Quran in Arabic, live in their image, pray as they do, keep their holidays, give up being you. Become them, making them your image of good. Right, God, that is the trick of religion, to make others join on to them, make them and theirs look right and true. Reject yourself in kind. So look at Nagaru Negroids who become Muslim, Moorish, NOI, Sunni, Ahmadiyya, Shiite or others. Each reject the place now called Africa and themselves as being from that place now called Africa, in the name of an Arab or Mesopotamian's religions. As their teacher, some say, I'm not African, I'm Asiatic. I'm Moorish, I'm Indian, I'm this or that, reject their own, will fight, kill for the Arabian religion, Christian religion or subgroup they created, and create an image mentally or physically. They dress all up in costumes of others' religions or customs of others, their habits, practices and now reject Africa, reject Egypt, reject self and kind, kin. Try to speak from their books, Bible and Quran which come from the Sumerians thousands of stone tablets, which is why Moses was given a stone. They existed long before Moses' time. They list as Exodus the years 1250 to 1225 BCE, others say 1500 BC. They don't even know if their Moses, Musa ever existed, yet they claim he received the stone tablets back then. First was the Enuma Elish and the Atrahasis. The 2 original tablets given to Moses and were destroyed. That was thousands of years after the Sumerian tablets of the Anunnaki were recorded, with the same stories as found in Bible and Quran much later. So now our race has converted, accepted others' watered-down customs as their religion, added new things to it as the Moorish temples and Nation of Islam temple as well as 5%ers. The same way the Rastas do with the Christians or Jewish customs, they add their own teachings to books they cannot even read in the original language because the originals of Moses or Muhammad don't exist today. Not even original copies, so they now walk around claiming I'm Moabite, Canaanite, I'm Asiatic black man, I'm Israelite, I'm not African, Negroid. That is the spell of religion on them dressed in uniform or costumes of others' costumes. That is the spell of sleep, Nawam. They really think they got the truth from beings from outside of their own home Africa. That is religion. Which race can get the most of other races to worship their image than offer others to worship their God by name or image and don't even know what is behind the mask, an extraterrestrial who eats flesh and drinks blood. Image worship started in Genesis 1:26-27, right to Revelation 13:1-18. Their God's image as they show you all the time in cinemas, pictures and books, their God looks like them, Caucasus, not you. They infect your mind through images, so you're unable to visualize your way to success. The easiest and most obvious way to formulate an idea is to visualize it, to see it in your mind's eye as vividly as if we're alive. You can see with the naked eye only what already exists in the external world, in a similar way that which you can visualize in your mind's eye already exists in the invisible realms of your mind. Any picture which you have in your mind is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. What you form in your imagination is as real as any part of your body. The idea and the thought are real and will one day appear in your objective world when you are faithful to your mental image. This process of thinking forms impressions in your mind. These impressions in turn become manifested as facts and experiences in your life. The builder visualizes the type of building he wants, he sees it as he desires it to be completed. His imagery and thought processes become a plastic mold from which the building will emerge, a beautiful or an ugly one, a skyscraper or a very low one. His mental imagery is projected as it is drawn on paper. Eventually, the contractor and his workers gather the essential materials, and the building progresses until it stands finished, conforming perfectly to the mental patterns of the architect. Learn to act as though you are and you will be. Within you is the power, see yourself doing it. Know you can do whatever your heart desires in this day and time, and we must also know that we must align with the positive forces in nature, Netaru, that is our African ancestral forces. There are infinite possibilities in the universe. Look at all the technological advances in just the last 60 years. People are able to send messages around the world now faster than the speed of light. We call it email, electronic mail. Look at the power of the mobile, cell, phone, how fast they have advanced in the last 15 years. Our point here is that somebody is getting the inspiration to advance these different types of technology. Remember that the only limit to your capabilities is what you set upon yourself. There is no law of limitation. The only law is that of supply. Through your subconscious mind you can draw upon universal supply for anything you wish. The ideas of universal mind are as countless as the sands on the seashore. Use them now. Get up, you old mummies. Get up out of your Neb-Ankh sarcophagus. Your time is now. You are an intelligent, reasoning, infinite and boundless being. Our minds are part of universal mind, the all-in-all, and we have all the power within us to make requests to universal mind, the all-in-all, for our needs and positive growth. So let's aim high, demand much and watch our heart's desire manifest. Make a clear, distinct image of what it is that you want and need in your life. Place your order with the universe, universal mind, the all-in-all. Hold it in your thought, visualize it, see it, and know it. The ways and means of satisfying that desire will follow. It is by doing this that you take fate of the hands of chance. It is in this way that you control the experiences you are to have in life. But you must be sure to only visualize only what you want. The law works both ways. If you visualize your worries and your fears, you will make them real. Learn to control your thoughts, your emotions, and you will control circumstances. Conditions will be what you make them. The time we spend idly wishing and or worrying can be used in so directing our subconscious minds that will bring us anything of good we may desire. All we have to do is keep that one thought in mind, see it being carried out step by step, and we can knit together a wonderful masterpiece. The world today has turned in vain to matter and materialistic philosophy for selfish gains. We are now in the day and time where the only way we will truly progress will be in the mental realm, and this progress will not be in the way of human speculation and theorizing, philosophizing, and believing, but in the actual demonstration of the universal, infinite mind, the all-in-all. Don't be content with passively reading, watching, or listening to information. Use it. Practice it. Exercise is far more necessary to mental development than it is to physical. Practice the daily dozen of right thinking. Stretch your mind to realize how infinitely far it can reach out, what boundless vision it can have. Breathe out all the old thoughts of sickness, discouragement, failure, worry and fear. Breathe in deep, long breaths, thoughts of unlimited health and strength, unlimited happiness and success. Practice looking forward, always looking forward to something better, better health, finer physique, greater happiness, bigger success. Take these mental breathing exercises every day. See how easily you will control your thoughts. How quickly you will see the good effects. You've got to think all the time. Your mind will do that anyway. And the thoughts are constantly building for good or ill. So be sure to exhale all thoughts of fear, doubt, worry, disease, and lack that have been troubling you, and inhale only those you want to see realized. Let's be great as our ancestors. All is thought, thought is all.